Peace and blessings, beloved. It's your sis Aisha Rahman. Welcome to my channel. So I'm just gonna jump straight into the video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Aisha Rahman. I am a Sierra Leonean American. It feels weird to say that. I'm a Sierra Leonean American, born and raised in the US, and I obtained my Sierra Leone citizenship through African ancestry. And I went to Sierra Leone last year with African ancestry and obtained my citizenship. So it's been a year, and so I haven't been in Sierra Leone since my citizenship, and people have been asking me to do a 1-year update and talk about what's new, what's been going on since my Sierra Leone citizenship. I've been super busy, guys, which is why I haven't really made a lot of new videos. I'm here in Ghana, as you've seen in my last short that I made. I'm thinking of just doing shorts or doing more shorts so that I can create content. But I've been in school. I've been in school full time, getting my degree in library and information science. So pretty much wrapped up school, everything's done, but I have fellowships and I have some contract work that I'm doing. So that's kind of what I've been doing. You guys want to know what I've been up to? That's what I've been doing. I haven't been to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is having its next conferment ceremony this month. So it is November 11th. So I believe in 2 weeks, around the 23rd, maybe, I'm not mistaken, the 23rd, 24th. There's going to be another group of people going to Sierra Leone to apply for their citizenship. Which is why I wanted to make this video. One, to answer some comments and questions that you guys have been asking, because some of the questions are the same coming from multiple people. So I figured I'd do it in a video and kind of give you guys a 1-year update. So 2 of the main questions that I'm finding that people keep asking, which makes me feel that I wasn't clear enough in my video and that I didn't do a good job of explaining myself. So when you apply for your Sierra Leone citizenship, there is a list of requirements that the Monuments and Relics Commission require. One of those is a state background check. The other is a federal background check. And then there's another. And then the other is having notarized letters or reference letters. So I want to address those 3 things in this video. Your state background check, okay? No matter what state you're in, as long as you're in the US, to get your state background check done, you go to your local police station. So that's what I did. I went to my, let me put this on mute. I went to my local police station to do my state background check. That does not need to be notarized. So they will put their stamp on it, and that's it. That's all you need. You go to your local police station. It could be the city, downtown, it could be a small town, big town, doesn't matter. Your local police station can do your state background check. If you just go there and you tell them what you're trying to do, they know what to do. Bring your ID. What else did they need? I just brought my driver's license, my ID, to show who I was. They have all the paperwork there, and I just told them, and I called ahead of time to make an appointment. So I called my local police station and said, hey, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm applying for citizenship in Sierra Leone, and they want a state background check to make sure that I don't have a record or anything. So me, I've never been to jail or anything, so my thing was 0. And it was funny because the lady brought my paper. She's like, this is all I could find on you. I was like, yeah, that's a good thing. So they will basically do a background check on you, run your information, that's it, and give you a piece of paper. You're then gonna give that paper to whoever your tour guide is, and they will give it to the Monuments and Relics Commission. So you don't need to give anything directly to the Monuments and Relics Commission yourself, unless that is the rule of your tour guide. So I don't know who you're going with. I believe that Dynast Amir, which I've kind of partnered with, I partner with Dynast. So if you're going with Dynast, I will have to check up with him and see. He does an orientation, a Zoom call, and I believe you give him all your paperwork, and he then takes that paperwork and submits it to the Monuments and Relics Commission. So I did not travel with Dynas, but I've gotten to know Dynas and have worked with Dynas. So I know a little bit about his process, but I traveled directly with African ancestry. I booked my travel with African ancestry, which costs a little bit more than Dynas. So I'll actually address that issue as well. And with African ancestry, you're going to take all of your stuff, your birth certificate, all your paperwork, and you're going to put it into one like Word document. You can copy and paste them and create a PDF, and you will submit that to Diallo. So Diallo Sumbri is the one who works directly with African ancestry. He actually is the one who started all of this. So you will submit that to Diallo, and he wants one document with everything, because he's going to then take that stuff and submit it to the Monuments and Relics Commission on your behalf. So that when you get there, all your paperwork is ready, it's done. I brought copies of everything just in case. You don't need it, or I didn't need that, but just in case, I brought physical copies of everything in case something got lost or there was an issue. So your state background check, your local police station, your federal background check. Everybody keeps asking me, where can I go to get my federal background check done? It depends. So the federal background, there's a website, if you look up federal background check. So the federal background check checks everywhere. It checks every state that you've been in. And kind of a side note, if you do have a record, if you've been arrested, I don't think that that's going to detour anything. I don't know, because I don't have a record, and I don't know of anyone that shared that information with me. No one's come to me and say, oh, I've been arrested, or I've been to jail, or I served time or whatever, and I was able to get my citizenship. I don't know. But you do your federal background check, and that basically checks all of the states in the country. So your state only checks the state that you live in, and your federal background check checks everything. So I live in California, and we have what's called a live scan, and that is a federal background check. So another name that you can ask is like a live scan, and they will actually do your fingerprints, and it costs a little bit more than the state background check. But if you go online and you look for federal background check, there will be a list of places within your location that you can go to. So for me, it happened to be like a post office box, or like UPS that did federal background check. So you just need to check for your specific state or your specific city or town where you can go to get a federal background check. Glasses are glaring. So I can't help you. What I've been doing is, when people ask me, is I'm looking up where they're at and looking for them and trying to find something local. I don't have time for that, guys, sorry. So it depends. You can just look up federal background check in California, or federal background check in Sacramento, California, if that's where you're at. So again, you need your state background check, your local police station can do it, and your federal background check, look online for a place in your town that you can go to. So you can't just go anywhere to do the federal, and the police station does not do federal, it's separate. But if you go to, I believe it's Federal Reserve. So I'm in Ghana, and I don't have internet yet. So my internet's slow, so I don't want to look it up right now. But yeah, so go online. I believe it's federalreserve.gov or something like that for your federal. So your state and your federal. Now, the issue with the notary, because people are getting confused. You don't need to get your background checks notarized. They want you to get your letters of recommendation notarized. I did not have mine notarized, and it was fine. I just submitted what I had, and it was fine. If you can get them notarized, get them notarized. So I live in California, and we have different rules. So every state, because I used to be a notary, every state has their different notary rules. And so in some places you can do video notarization, where your person who's giving you your references in one location and you're in a different location, and they can notarize by having you both on video. California does not allow that. And the people who were doing my reference letters were not in California. So I was not able to get my letters notarized, and it was okay. Now, if you're not in the US, we did have a person go with us that's from the UK. I've had people from the UK ask me, about these background checks, just look up, you want a police report done, go to your police station. And I believe in the UK, they can do state and federal at the local police station, if I'm not mistaken. So one of our, I don't know what to call him, like one of our brothers, he's like a brother, it feels like he's a brother now. We're all just like a big family now. Everybody stayed in contact. Everybody stays in contact. I'll talk a bit more about that. But so he's from the UK. He's in London, and what he told me was go to your police station and tell them same thing. This is what I'm trying to do. They don't call it a background check. They call it a state report or a police statement or police report that you need. So if you're in the UK, that's what you need. So that's those 3 questions. Deb Campbell says, can't wait to meet you in person and go shopping, because I posted a short. Who's coming with us? I've teamed up with Dinah Samir from Donfo to do trips. So as I mentioned, I've teamed up with Dinah Samir. So he has his tour company. When you go to get your citizenship, the Sierra Leone Monuments and Relics Commission requires that you pick a tour company to go with, because that is how you get into the citizenship ceremony. If you go on your own and you're like, hey, here's all my paperwork, I want citizenship, it's not gonna work. You can't do that, because this program was created specifically for us in partnership with various entities, with various organizations. African Ancestry, Diallo Sumbri, the Monuments and Relics Commission. So this is not a normal path to citizenship. This is something specific and special that's made specifically for those who got their African ancestry done through African Ancestry only. Not Ancestry.com, not 23andMe. I have heard that they've accepted some of those people. I don't know anyone directly, so if you're someone who's gone, maybe I'll have you here on my channel and do an interview and you can talk about your process and your experience. Everyone that I know has gone directly through African Ancestry, submitted their paperwork that way. African Ancestry has proof of your DNA. So that's the other question people have asked me is, do I need to provide your proof? No. African Ancestry has it, and they will send it to the Monuments and Relics Commission on your behalf. So you don't need to send your DNA, the report that they give you, like with the haplogroups and everything, or your certificate. You don't need to send any of that. African Ancestry has your name in their system and has that you did your test, and they can then show proof that way. So they don't keep your DNA on file or any of that. You're not going to hear of any data breaches or anything with African Ancestry because they don't keep that information. They do know that you obtained your DNA testing, and they can submit it on your behalf. So Deb Campbell, can't wait to meet you and go and see you in person. So I am in Ghana, currently in Ghana. I've only been here, I think this is my second night. I haven't done much. So I got an apartment in Ghana, and I'm going to be renting it out. So I'm here decorating it. I got some appliances, got some furniture, got my bed put in. Literally, it's just a mattress, a bed frame. My room is empty. It just has nothing. My room is empty. So I have a lot of work to do. I've got someone helping me with the plumbing situation in my bathroom. I can say it's been a bit, I won't say a nightmare, it's been a bit stressful. I've learned a lot, and I will create more videos on this. I'm gonna have a whole series on this whole situation of establishing residence in Ghana. It's been 2 months that I've had this place, but I've only been physically here in Ghana for a few days. And you cannot get things done if you're not here. I have gotten so much done in these 3 days, surprisingly, and I know why I've gotten things done. So that's a totally different video. But so Deb, I am going to, with the greatest of intention, I have made the intention, I have the money saved. I have not bought my ticket yet. I guess I need to do that, to go to Sierra Leone at least for the weekend. So maybe 2 or 3 days I want to come to Sierra Leone, because I just miss it. I love Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is so different than Ghana. I love Ghana and I love Sierra Leone differently. But I want to come and meet up with you guys, see who's coming on the trip, meet you guys in person. I want to do some shopping there. And so inshallah, God willing, I will see you guys. Believe it's like November 23rd, 24th. I'm not going to stay the whole 2 weeks. I just can't afford it, because I don't even know where I'm going to stay at. If I'm going to stay at the hotel that everyone usually stays at, or there's another hotel, I guess, called the Stafford Lodge that I've been hearing a lot about. So I'm thinking of staying there, but I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I will stay where I'm comfortable, like where I know the area. So I don't know, we'll see. So I'll talk a little bit more about just everything. I just want to get these comments and questions out of the way first. So Byerson Cockrell, I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Byerson Cockrell, it looks like. He says, hello sister, I love your videos. I've just subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. I have a question I would like to know for someone who traced their DNA back to Sierra Leone. Do you think we could visit Sierra Leone to make sure we like it there before getting our citizenship? As in, take a trip there first, and then if we like it, come back another year to get the citizenship. Sure, you can. You definitely can. I know people who didn't know anything about the citizenship and they went to Sierra Leone and then found out that they had a connection, a DNA connection to Sierra Leone, and then went back and got their citizenship. You definitely can do that. My personal opinion is it just depends on what's your reason for getting your citizenship. So for me, I didn't need to know if I liked Sierra Leone to go get my citizenship. I wanted my citizenship, one, because I felt that it was my right to have citizenship. I have on my maternal grandmother, my results were Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Sierra Leone. So I have a connection there. I have family there. I have been able to actually connect with my family in Liberia. That's another story. It's really cool. But I haven't been able to find family in Sierra Leone or Guinea-Bissau. Those are goals of mine. So it really just depends on what's your reason for citizenship. My reason for citizenship wasn't maybe one day I'll live here or anything like that. My reason for getting citizenship was simply because I felt that, I won't say it was owed to me, but it gave me a place to call home. It gave me a place to feel proud that, hey, this is my home. And I wanted to learn about the culture and the language. It didn't matter to me if I liked the place or if I would even live there. Because as you can see, I have a place in Ghana, not in Sierra Leone. And I will explain why in my upcoming series, why I chose Ghana and why many Sierra Leoneans have chosen Ghana. So if you watch Johannes Hotagwa on Authentic African, or if you're familiar with Vicky Romo, there's a reason why they live in Ghana as Sierra Leoneans. I think there's a reason why, and I have my reason why. I will say that it is a goal for me to get a place in Sierra Leone, just not yet. And I will explain a little bit more in my upcoming series, because it's been a whole process, and I don't want to mix the two. Kind of, I mean, they're overlapping, but this is kind of just basically my 1 year update of Sierra Leone. So I will say it depends on why you want citizenship, what your intention is, what do you plan to do when you get your citizenship. And for me, the purpose of my citizenship was really, and I have a video on that, like what to do now that you have your results. Is it to get citizenship? Like, what are some things that people, now you have your results, now what? Some people don't even want citizenship, or you can't get citizenship yet in the countries that have your DNA results. So for example, Guinea-Bissau, they don't have it yet. And Liberia. I think for Guinea-Bissau, you might have to give up your citizenship. You can't have multiple citizenships to get citizenship. So for me, getting citizenship was more so like, I guess just to have a place that I know is home. Sierra Leone, when you go there, it just feels like home. It feels like home. And I guess every person's different. So there were some people on the trip that I thought we felt the same way, and they're like, no, I got my passport, I'm happy. And that's why that's why I did that video with Dinah Samir. That, to me, these citizenship trips are more than just about a passport. And I guess it just depends on you as a person. So one of the benefits of getting your citizenship, even if you do not like Sierra Leone, is then you can be visa-free in the ECOWAS. For example, I'm here in Ghana. When I come to Ghana, I've been here 2 or 3 times this year. My son got married here in Ghana to a Ghanaian. I didn't have to apply for a visa. He did. I did not have to apply for a visa because I have Sierra Leone citizenship. And when you have Sierra Leone citizenship, Ghana allows you to come here for 90 days as a visitor without a visa. Now, after the 90 days, I'm not sure, but I've been here 3 times this year, and it has saved me the stress of having to apply for a visa. I just show my Sierra Leone passport. It does confuse the gate people, because they're like, you're American, why do you have Sierra Leone passport? We can see you're American. And I say, oh yeah, I have my American passport also. If they ask, I show it to them. But it's been a hassle this time coming to Ghana and trying to explain to them, I have Sierra Leone passport, and that's what you need to use to get me to Ghana visa free. It was like, I booked my ticket, it was fine, but the gate people, they were confused. So I had to just show both. Listen, people, y'all need to let me through. Don't play with me. So some people were like, you need visa. No, I don't need a visa. I have Sierra Leone citizenship. So that is the main reason that people get their citizenship, is so they can travel throughout the continent visa free. What I have learned is that is not going to be true for every state. As I said, Sierra Leoneans can come to Ghana visa free only for 90 days. So I think there are some travel things that are being changed. So Kenya, and I believe, I know Kenya specifically because it's been all on the news and in the media. You no longer have to have a visa if you are a citizen of any African country on the continent to get into Kenya, which I believe it's awesome, and we need this for all of the African countries. Like, I understand the issues with security and things like that, but I believe that if we are going to come together as a people, and if we are going to boost our economies and depend on one another instead of outside economies, we have to support each other, and that is one of the best ways to do it. I mean, we spend thousands of dollars on tourism, visiting and traveling other countries. And so for me, I'm very specific. I like Dinah Samir's approach, because he makes sure that when he's spending money on travel, that he spends it with our people, and whether it's airline, hotels he's staying at, food he eats. I really like that, and that's one of my goals as well, is to use my money to boost the economy of African countries, and to provide jobs and to help employ people on the African continent. So that's kind of why I'm here in Ghana. So in terms of my 1-year update, so I think that's it in terms of questions. The most questions that I've been getting, people emailing me about the background checks. I've gotten a couple of, over the months, I've gotten that question several times. So I wanted to make sure that I kind of clarify. Hopefully that answered your guys' question. It was a bit easier. I don't mind you guys emailing me. I actually love when you guys email me and leave comments, because it lets me know that you value the videos that I'm making and that you want to see more. So you can comment and let me know, or even email me, hey, can you make a video about this? Hey, can you make a video about that? Because right now I'm trying to figure out, okay, I want to keep making content about Sierra Leone, about travel, about genealogy and ancestry, but I'm not in Sierra Leone. So people have told me, well, you don't have to be in Sierra Leone to make content about Sierra Leone. I feel like you don't have to, but you should be on the continent to really know what you're talking about. I hate when I see videos of people saying, oh, Ghana this, Sierra Leone that, but they've never been. Like, keep your comments to yourself, people. Just You make us look stupid. You make us look ignorant. You make us look bad. And then you wonder, like, just don't do it. You don't know what you're talking about. Just be quiet. I've been to Sierra Leone once. I've been to Ghana 4 times. I still have no clue. Only my own personal experience specifically. That's it. I don't know Ghanaian culture. I don't know anything. I can only just share my personal experience and the experience that I've had with my new Ghanaian family. Every Ghanaian is different. There are so many different ethnicities in Ghana. Like, you're Ghanaian by nationality, like I'm American. Every American is not the same, right? So why would you think that every Ghanaian or every African, Africa's a continent. So I really would like for people to stop making ignorant videos, because it's really irritating, it's very frustrating, and it just makes us look dumb. And people are calling us out, and y'all need to stop. So that's my 2 cents on that, is just stop the madness. If you don't know what you're talking about through experience, just don't do it. Don't make comments. Don't, like, you can ask questions. That's the best thing. Ask questions, and ask questions from people who have been there and know that the answers you're getting are their direct experiences only. It's not a generalization that you can make unless they're talking about history or they're talking about a general culture thing. Like, we need to just stop. So that's it in terms of the questions that I'm getting. I love your guys' questions. I love your guys' emails. Please let me know what other videos that you would like for me to make. So in terms of my 1-year update, what have I done with my citizenship in Sierra Leone? So one of the goals I have is, like Ghana, I would like to have property in Sierra Leone, because when I visit, I don't want to be staying in a hotel. I want to have a place that I call home. My goal is to be on the continent 6 to 8 months, 9 months out of the year, because of the goals that I have. So I have different business ideas. I want to hire Ghanaians and Sierra Leoneans and provide them with stable income that's a livable wage. I want to help increase the, I guess I could say, tech skills and business skills. There's a lot of people that, I mean, pretty much everybody on the continent, they're entrepreneurs. Like, we are entrepreneurs at heart. Everybody's getting their hustle on, but they don't always have the skills or the information on different ways to run business. And so I want to come and learn, how do you run a business in Ghana? How are you running a business in Ghana? And maybe offer suggestions or advice or tips on, okay, now if you want to scale your business and do business with Americans, this is how you can do it. These are some suggestions, not to change how they're doing business, but to learn from them how they're already doing it and learn what works here, and to offer suggestions on my experience of doing business with Ghana and the difficulties I've had with trying to do business with Ghanaians or Sierra Leoneans or on the continent in general, and give suggestions, kind of like a focus group. Be a person who's like, hey, if I wanted to do business with you, this is what I would be looking for, and this is the struggle I'm having, and this is the trouble that I'm having, so maybe you can do XYZ to help get more business. Because I think a lot of people come in and be like, oh, you should do this, and this is how we do it in America. You can't do it like America on the continent. It just doesn't work. A lot of things, it just doesn't work that way. And I've learned that firsthand, and I've learned that a lot, even just the 3 days that I've been here. So one of my goals is to have a home in Sierra Leone. Now I have a home here in Ghana, and to employ people. So that's my 1-year update. Is I've been learning about Sierra Leone culture. I have a Creole tutor and a Temni tutor that's been helping me with my Creole, and now I believe I'm ready for Temni. I think my Creole is good. Like, I can understand Creole. I just can't always form a sentence in my head, and it just really comes down to practice of speaking it. And with my tutor, I've been typing and audio messaging him a little bit. One of my ideas to help him is I would like to have him create lesson plans or class that I will then sell. So maybe I will have him create the videos and the lessons and pay him and then provide it as a class to you guys, or because my background is in web design, so my degree is in library science and information technology, which is libraries, information in general. So any information, organizing it, and all that good stuff. So my other idea was to have him teach you guys directly and you pay him directly. So that's the other idea. But I was thinking of an idea to kind of help him with his business, is to create the website for him, help him get his videos and help him get his courses up, and then you guys pay him directly. But of course I need to get paid, it's business. So I don't know, I was thinking maybe just pay him to create the content and then I do the courses and sell them to you, and maybe I take a commission or something and pay him. So that's one idea. So I've been working with my tutor. He also has an art gallery or like art souvenir in Freetown. So that's one of the reasons I want to go, is I want to decorate all of my homes or my whatever that I have, my places, with local artwork. So I am also a curator. I own a virtual art gallery and I love art. I'm a creator myself. So I want to make sure that my home has local art. I don't want to, I'm trying my best not to import things from the outside to decorate my house. I'm trying to buy local and spend my money local. So I want to buy some things here at the art center in Accra, and I want to buy some things there in Freetown in Sierra Leone and use those to decorate. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going back to Sierra Leone, is to get things to decorate and just spend some money in Sierra Leone. And then I miss the beaches and just hanging out. So it's gonna be very relaxing, and I'll probably just be there for a few days just to hang out. The other thing that I've done since my citizenship ceremony, which you don't have to have citizenship to do any of these things, but for me, I just feel like as a citizen of Sierra Leone, I'm looking for ways to reconnect to my culture and to my people, to my country. I look at Sierra Leone as it's my home. It's where I should have been. Especially knowing the connection between the history of the Fulanis in Guinea-Bissau, the Mende, the Temne people in Sierra Leone, the Vai and the Kru and the people in Liberia. Just knowing the history and the connection that they have, it makes sense why I have all of that in my DNA. So yeah, that's home. That whole area, that's home. So I started I already had my nonprofit. So when I got back from Ghana the first time, I started my nonprofit. And so I've started a project with several people that went on the Sierra Leone trip with me, or with us, we went together, called the Tasso Island Collective. So if you are interested in volunteering, we need volunteers. We are a collective of people that are working on various projects to help people in the US reconnect to the culture and the history and the traditions on Tasso Island, and helping to fundraise for development projects on Tasso Island. So for example, we had student desks made for the kids to start school. They didn't have desks for school. The schools, some of the classrooms, they need roofs. They need washroom facilities. There's no running water, so we need water wells, toilets. One of my goals, or our goals, I believe we are on the same page in terms of our goals for Tasso Island. So if you go to the Tasso Island Collective or the Tasso Island, the TassoIslandCollective.com or the TassoIslandCollective.org, you'll find out information about Tasso Island. I'll put a link to in the description. But Tasso Island, my vision for the future is that people can go and stay on Tasso Island, that there will be like a resort or something like I love container homes, like a container house that you can stay at when you're in Sierra Leone, stay on the island and volunteer. Either you're an electrician or or not electrician, it's an island. Either solar or something to help with the development on Tasso Island. Maybe you can help with water purification or help with wells or volunteer and teach at the schools or something. So our vision is that people can pay, you will pay money to stay on the island to volunteer. So it's voluntourism. You'll pay money, stay on the island in a really nice place that has, you know, everything that you need there. So your room and board will be taken care of while you're there. And then that money in turn will fund different projects on the island. So solar, wind power, you know, doing things with the kids, doing stuff with the youth, building, all the different things that they need. So we had a needs assessment done by the chairman and the chiefs there and the community. So there's about, I believe, 5 different villages on Tasso Island. So there's been, over the year, there's been meetings of everyone coming together. We had drone shots done, video and photos of the island so that we know what's what and where everything is, and what the need assessment is for Tasso Island. So all that information is available. If you either want to donate, you can donate, or if you want to volunteer, you can fill out the form to volunteer. That can be from anything from graphic design, marketing, fundraising. I believe the biggest thing that we need help with is fundraising. So we'll do 1 or 2 fundraisers a year, and everyone kind of just comes together and reaches out to their network to raise funds. So the fund that we're raising money for now is for the toilets and the water well. We want to get 3 to 5, 1 in each area. So right now, if we could just get 1, that's better than nothing. And I believe it's roughly 5,000 USD to do 1 well and 1 toilet. So that's been my most biggest thing that I've been working on since my citizenship in Sierra Leone, is establishing the Tasso Island Collective, raising the funds for the kids for desks for school, and now working on the toilets and water wells. And I haven't been consistent with it because I was in school. Some of the volunteers have dropped off. So it's really only like 2 or 3 of us left that are working on that project specifically. So my nonprofit board is fine, but to have, I guess, like a Tasso Island team that works on Tasso would be really great, to have a volunteer team of people that help with fundraising and organizing for Tasso Island. So we've been working with Francis Momo. He is the historian in Sierra Leone. I'll probably hook up with Francis if he's there. I believe Francis was traveling, so if he is back in Sierra Leone, I will probably reconnect with him while I'm in Sierra Leone, hopefully, inshallah. So Francis is kind of like our boots on the ground. He lets me know what's going on. He is like our go-to person that we coordinate with. So that role is filled. So it's basically a couple of us, 2 or 3 of us, maybe 4, and Francis. So I believe that if we do short-term projects, it will be fine for volunteers to jump in, work on a project, and leave, and then come back and work on a project, because we don't want to burn out our volunteers, which is fine. But yeah, so I'm definitely looking for volunteers for our Tasso Island Collective. And that's pretty much like my 1-year update. Is I've been in school, I'm back in Ghana again, got a place here, decorating it. And then when I'm not here, one of the rooms will be for rent and the other room will be for my property manager. So my property manager will host you, take you around, cook local Ghanaian dishes for you, kind of like, you know, be your guide for your stay here in Ghana. And then this other room, which I am in, that I'm getting ready for visitors and guests to rent out. So it's a big 2-bedroom, 3-bath place. It's in the Hatso area of Accra. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it on Airbnb. I will be renting it myself, and I'm gonna be pretty picky about who I let come and stay here. So there's gonna be an interview process. I'm gonna have to have like a Zoom call, meet with people. I'm not gonna just let anyone come here. I've heard of just really headaches when dealing with Airbnb. So you're gonna have to deal with me one-on-one or someone from my team. So I have, this is a different business. So I guess you could say that's what I've been working on, is establishing businesses that are, I guess, US based, but for Ghana and Sierra Leone. So I have the nonprofit, we have the Tasso Island collective project going on, and now I have this business with real estate, and I also am providing archival record service and life insurance and investment with this business. So this is legacy preservation. So I'll send a link to this business as well. So there'll be a link. Well, maybe not. I don't feel like it's ready. Once this place is ready, then I'll start marketing and sharing. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been working on, is finishing school and launching businesses that I can help to employ people on the continent, and businesses that, of course, you guys know everything for me is about legacy. Building a legacy for my family. I want my life to have meaning and purpose, and I want every day to have meaning and purpose, not only for me, but for my children and my grandchildren, that they will continue once I'm gone. So yeah, that's it, guys. Life is good. Have a blessed day.